Well, we're still keeping a close eye on the reactions around the State of the Nation address. So President Ramaphosa emphasized that government alone cannot fix the country's economic woes. So an all-hands-on-deck approach is needed to transform the country's economic issues with resolve and some determination. And small businesses are a vital part of this process, but the President failed to emphasize their importance. Colin Timmis, who's Xero SA General Country Manager, joins me now in our Cape Town studios to discuss the lack of mention for small businesses in the country. Colin, many thanks for your time this afternoon. What exactly would you have liked to hear from the President when it comes to the inclusion of small businesses in the economy?
Probably a bit more focus on a few other verticals in the small business sector. There was some focus on independent power producers and small-scale farmers of cannabis and hemp. So if you're an independent power producer, you now have the option of feeding your excess electricity supply back into the grid. Municipalities are now also able to buy their power from these independent power suppliers. So that's great news if you're involved in independent power production. If you're a small-scale farmer, government is looking to support these small businesses and these small farms involved in cannabis and hemp production. And government also spoke quite a lot about how they're going to carry on insisting, with up to 1,000 products, I believe, that only local producers are used. So there's a really niche sort of focus on 2 or 3 different sectors in the small business economy, but probably would have been great if we had a broader focus on 1 or 2 other sectors of the small business economy.
I think it would have also been important for the President to mention some of the biggest issues that are faced by small businesses currently and what government is doing to change that for them.
Absolutely, and funding is always something that's raised at the top of the list. Access to funding. Government did speak in the Sona address about how women-led businesses are going to receive billions of rand over the next few years in funding. The President also committed to supporting 1,000 entrepreneurs over the next 100 days and growing that potentially to 100,000 over the next 3 years. The question around all of this is, how do we do that? What are the mechanics and the operations about how we not just fund but how we support these small businesses? And there was a huge focus in Sona on technology in schools, technology for businesses, technology in education, and that's quite promising because I think technology is actually the solution to a lot of these challenges that small businesses face, not only in how we give people access to funding, but more importantly, how do we support them on an ongoing basis? So once they've received that funding, well, how can technology enable governments to connect with those small businesses and small businesses to connect with government, but also other role players in the industry?
Yeah, and Colin, just a quick final one thought from you. What is the potential of small businesses to contribute to the country's economy?
Well, we've also read and seen the statistics. Small businesses employ a huge number of people in our country and contribute materially to our GDP. It's really important that we support them in a way that enables them to employ other people. And to do that, a lot of them need funding, a lot of them need financials, and they need accounting data. So it's really important that we look at how technology can solve a lot of these challenges and problems by actually connecting government and other institutions with these small businesses, because it really does open up the environment and enables them to have access to what other larger corporates have almost on a daily basis.
Colin, many thanks for your time this afternoon. I've been engaging there with Colin Timmis, who's Xero SA General Country Manager.